so this is part 2 of my CM400 cafe build. Actually had gotten pretty far in stripping it down, took all the tank off, took all the mostly electrical off, actually took the rear wheel off and the shocks, but then put them back on so I could roll the bike back into place. And what I'm planning on doing here to actually get the motor out and the front end off is I'm going to hang it from the ceiling using these ratchet straps that I put in. I'm going to ratchet the bike just off the ground enough to take the front end apart, and while it's hanging, get all the front end pieces off, and then drop the bike back to the ground and set it on the motor so I can take the motor off and then lift the frame back up off of the motor so that the motor will be on the ground. So it should be an interesting approach on actually getting the motor out. So this is part 2. And so this is the end of part 2, complete teardown of the bike all the way down to the frame. So I've taken everything off of it except for the bottom of the triple tree here. I'm actually just going to leave that in, paint that while that's in there because it's a real pain in the ass to get out. And I've taken out the motor, as you can see, it's sitting on the ground. I've actually already started to do a little bit of polishing to the top of it here with a wire brush. The shine started coming out. But the next step now is actually just to finish up doing the sanding and getting most of the rust off. You can see here, this is the bar that the previous owner welded in for the seat. So I'm going to finish getting all the rust off, getting the rest of the grease off, and then doing a little sanding to get it ready for painting, which I'm using actually an truck undercoating for, so that should give it a nice look. And yeah, so got all the pieces ready to go, and part 3 will be doing the painting and getting everything set up for reassembly.